So, Range Rover Evoque, or Evoque, whatever you want to call it. Had a lot of road tests there, we didn't hear anything, we didn't hear the noise which has been sent to us on a video. Jesus, we didn't hear that. It's been my big mat, blown over a toolbox, so a plastic box. We didn't hear anything on it other than a real wheel bearing noise, and I mean these are making a bit of rattling about, but I don't think that's the noise, to be honest with you. I'm pretty confident the customer would have noticed that. So we'll get the big Autel on it. I believe the noise that the customer sent me in the video was coming through the passenger door, but we'll soon see. So we've had a few phone calls since then, so obviously looking at this Land Rover, so gear shift module, right? The noise that could be for somewhere down here, I have no idea yet, these are all history codes. Right, what I thought the noise was the passenger's door latch. Clunk, 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 trying to latch itself or trying to lock itself for whatever reason. Driver's door central locking motor has a fault there. Left front camera, right front latch clutch switch, so the keyless vehicle module, so it knows that there's something wrong with the driver's front door latch. They are very common, the Evokes, not just the Evoque, sorry, the Range Rovers in general, they're pretty common for the door latches. I actually had one guy with an Evoque, I seen him climbing at the boot when he got here, and I says, what's happening? And he says, none of my doors are working, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You could pull it a million times, and out of that million times it'll open one. So obviously we'll save all this data, and then we'll just do a health check on the car, and then we'll need to speak to the customer and see where we take it from there, because we had a road test and we didn't hear that noise at the time, but we'll get it on the lift and we'll see what's what with the car. So we'll stop here. Right, so we've got a copy of that there. We'll email that to myself at the moment, and I'll forward it on to the customer later. We'll get a wee look at the car as well. So we'll go back again. Let's see what this says. Repair assist. Come on! I would start the car up as well, because we're done at 11.7. They don't like that, the Land Rovers. So I'll pause here. I hear a strange kind of rattling noise from it just now, just with it sitting here. Pretty confident I know what that noise is. That'll be the sample pipe for the DPF. The bracket's probably broken off it, and it's probably touching the exhaust and rattling away. We won't know until we get it onto the lift. Check all antennas. Basically it's just telling us to check the antennas. Right, so I've came out of there. So short circuit to ground on the switch circuit, switch fault actions required. Check if the circuit is shorted to ground. If no wiring harness fault, suspect the switch. If a module or component is suspected, refer to the related components. Okie doke. Right, so we'll come back out here, and we'll come back when we've got the vehicle on the lift, okay? We'll just, I've pressed the wrong button. Right, we'll need to let that scan again, and then we'll erase them. Right, so the Range Rover Evoque has cleared all the codes, so we'll just inspect it now, and we'll see. We may need to get the vehicle back to rescan to see if these have returned, if we don't find anything untoward underneath the vehicle. So we'll crack on and do that. For the people, we have the Range Rover Evoque. It's got an ABS fault. I've had a wee look at the car the other week there, and it seemed okay. There was a noise reported, but we've never seen the noise, so there's your ABS sensor there. Right, so, and you can see the hub's new. You can see it here compared to that one. Right, so, well, it's newer. Right, so you can see it's definitely much newer. Right, for whatever reason, I'm not sure. So the pads and discs have been done on it as well. Right, but you can see here, it's not through the sheathing or anything like that, but it's definitely had the sensor replaced. So there you go, actually, it's right there. I've had a wee visual inspection, I didn't notice that too. So it's come out of there. Is it rubbed through on the... Yeah, I wonder if it's come out of there and it's rubbed through on that. I didn't notice that. It's hard sometimes looking for underneath, but obviously I'm looking for the other side of that, but it might have rubbed through there. I'll get out of there and have a look. Right, so just good frame of reference, right? Have a good point of reference is to check the other side. So we can see that I've bent this bracket now, right? This bracket here out the road. And I've went and checked this side, which I haven't touched, and you can see there's a big old gap behind there. So something's, obviously we noticed the hub here, so I wonder if this wee bracket has just been bent, and I've not noticed. And my torch will be up here again, right? Right, so I hadn't burst the sheathing or anything like that, so that's good I guess. So we'll just need to change it and see what happens. You can see that bit there as well, if that is that part of it. So we'll see if we can get it out now. Right, so we've got the bolt turning. We'll blow all that dust and crap out of there so it doesn't get into the wheel bearing or whatever this is reading off of. Could be the drive shaft, could have a ring on it, could be the wheel bearing, the magnetic strip. I wouldn't know until I take that out and peek through the hole. Right, it must be a magnetic strip, and somebody's clearly had that out and decided to put copper grease on it. So I already kicked it all like that. I just put a little tiny bit of a brush around the hole. So it must be, I don't see any teeth on the drive shaft, so it must be a magnetic strip off the wheel bearing. So we will go and change this sensor, which is all beat up, and look at it. So, and obviously we can see it's been rubbing. It's been very close to that anti-roll bar link, which it shouldn't be because the other side's completely different, or a completely different gap there, so we'll change that. Start again. Right, so hopefully then that's all it's been, just that sensor. I didn't see nothing wrong with the wiring up here, and visually what I can see underneath, you know, going underneath all the plastic, all that jazz, there's some wiring up above there, which looks okay. Yeah, looks okay. So I don't see nothing untoward with it, no chaffing on it. It's a poor idea, but I don't really have much. Okay, so we've got a Land Rover Evoque that had that strange noise. So I've done lots of road testing in this car. I've never heard that noise. I have heard it on the video. I think it was the passenger side listening to the video. Driving the car, I don't hear that noise. What I do hear is this door card rattling its head off. And if you actually put a bit of pressure on it when you're driving it, it stops doing it. So the door latches are really common on it. There's actually a fault code, I'm sure, for that one. We'll check in a little minute. Actually, I didn't press the button. Not good, I'll pause here. Right, so there's one there for the gear shift module, so we'll see what that is, but there's nothing so far other than that one, which is good. I've not put the machine on it and cleared the fault if I've changed the sensor, so that's good. Means all the wiring is good. So far anyway. Wiring is an issue on this particular model, not that particular car, but that particular model of Land Rover. I have seen lots of wiring faults. I had one guy one time pulled up, and it was a 4-door one, and he climbed out the boot. I said, "What's going on?" He says, "Sometimes the doors open, mate, sometimes they don't." So I climbed out the boot, I couldn't bother waiting. So really common, the door latches. Right, so where are we at? We've got 6 DTCs. I'll pause here for a minute. Right, interestingly enough, there is one there still for ABS. Obviously the driver's door, left front camera, they were all there before, battery voltage, passenger seat module. So it does say this one's intermittent, so it's maybe because I've not cleared the codes, so we'll clear them all. We have seen a fault in that gear shift module before, so I will have a copy of that, so I'll just erase these. I don't know about the driver door module. Put a video as well. You can always go back and watch the one video and see what's going on. So it's taking that one away. I will just take it another spin and make sure it's all good. That seems to be all good. Right, so that's 3 road tests on it now, so that's all good. So, and now it's right onto that one. Goddamn Land Rovers.